Welcome back. So in the last session, we were exploring how to work with Jupyter Notebook, and we have seen how to launch Jupyter Notebook in different ways, and we have understood few shortcuts and few things about Jupyter Notebook. In this session, we'll focus on data types. Okay, we'll understand what are the various data types present in Python, very basic data types first, and then we'll go to the advanced data structures, and we'll see how to use those data types in Python. Okay, so coming to data types, these are the few data types present in Python. Apart from this, there are so many data types, but these are few which we are discussing right now. Now, first thing before talking about data types, why do we need this? First thing is important thing is right now whenever you're doing some programming or whenever you're working with programming guys, you will be working with lots of data and you want to store some data somewhere, and if you want to use data somewhere, right? In that case, you need to have for a specific data type. So you should tell your Python that you are storing this kind of data or you're using this kind of data, right? So for a specific data, we have a specific data type in Python. So what are those? We'll understand. So especially it will be helping us to work with various data. Okay. Now, first thing, let us assume that you are working with integers, right? I mean like 1, 2, 3, or if you want to store this only integers without decimal, it might be negative values or it may be positive values. Then we call that data type called as integers or integer, and the short form in Python it is given as int. Okay, it is given as int. Means whenever you want to store some kind of whole numbers, like only without decimals, if you want to store this kind of numbers, right? That is what integers is. And if you want to store with the decimal numbers, with fractions, means the float contains fractions like 1.0, 2.5, or minus 1.5, or 3.6. This is nothing but 3.66, something like that. Then this is nothing but your float. Okay, and basically the short form is given as float itself. Okay, in Python, integer short form is int, and this is float. Okay, in small, all should be in small letters. Okay, next. So this is how you'll be storing numbers, right? Either it may be a whole numbers or decimal numbers, right? Integers and float. Whereas if you want to store some string, or I mean text or characters, like for example, hello is a string, it's a text, or a is a character or a Python, it can be storing in string. And remember guys, in Python, text are denoted in either double quotes or single quotes. Either you can give double quotes in this way, or you can give single quotes, or you can give triple quotes also. Triple quotes for multi-line text or multi-line string. Okay, multi-line statement, you can use triple quotes. Yeah, so either you can give double quotes in this way, okay, or you can give a single quotes. And in Python guys, there is no something called as character. So whatever, if you have a single character also, you can give it in a give it as a string, and either single character can be in double quotes or single quote. Okay, that's regarding your string. Next, so this is regarding your text and numbers, right? Now in some cases you want to ask your Python some questions. Maybe in some cases you want to ask some questions, like for example, 1 equal to 1 or not, or 2 equal to 2 or not, or whether you want to know whether a specific value is equal to other value or not, something like that. So when you want to ask some questions, your Python will be giving answers in the form of true or false, and that true or false are basically called as boolean, and the short form is bool, B-O-L-L. Okay, sorry, B-O-L. Okay, so true or false. Okay, boolean means whenever you are asking some questions, whenever you are asking some yes or no questions, it will be in the form of true or false. And one more important thing guys, by default Python will assume true as 1. Generally 2 is considered as 1 and false is considered as 0. Okay, this is a very important point to understand. Okay, true is considered as 1 and false is 0. 1 and 0 also we can call it as true or false, either 1 or 0, binary, and string and float. So these are the various data types present in Python. Now let's start exploring this data type practically in Jupyter Notebook and see how exactly this works. Okay, so I'm just opening my previous notebook, whatever I have just created. So this is my notebook which I'm working on, and here I'll start working with some data types and see how it works. So if you can see 10 here, obviously 10 is what? I can say 10 is integer, right? In Python guys, we have a inbuilt function called as type of. Okay, type, basically type, and of which function. Okay, type. So type function will be helping us to identify the data type of any data. Okay, so I want to identify the data type of 10. So we clearly know from this particular thing is, if you are working with integers, I mean if you are working with whole numbers without decimal, it is called as integers. We have just understood that. So it's like this, type of 10. So type of 10 is integer, int. Okay, it is integer, int. And if you want to say type of 3.66, it's a float, right? Type of 1.0, 1.0 is also float, right? Type of 2, it's an integer. In the same way, type of, I told you, right, text can be either in sub double quotes or single quotes. So I'll give a double quotes and give a LO here. Okay, it's a string, right? It's str, short form is str. And type of a, it's str. Or you can give in a single quote like this. Single quote also you can give it here in this way, or here also you can give it in a single quote like this, right? You can give in a single quote. This works. Or sometimes triple quote also works. I mean, for a multi-line statement. Okay. So let's see how to work with triple quote. I call it as this is multi-line, right? Simple. You can give multiple lines here. However, even though I'm giving in a single line, you can give it as a multiple lines like this. Let me make it a multi-line. Okay, I like this. So either you can give a single quote, double quote, or triple quote like this. And yeah, and we have boolean. So, and moreover guys, one more important thing is, in boolean, true or false, it should be in capitalized format. What does mean by capitalized? Your first letter should be capital, or else it will not work. Okay, so how do we work with that? Okay, so you can simply say true. Here true indicates it's a capitalized, I mean it's boolean. Okay, true indicates it's a boolean. So if I say type of true, and moreover it should be without quotes, it should be only true. You can see it's a boolean, or false, it's a boolean. Okay, either true or false, boolean. So like this, we have a various kinds of data types in Python. Apart from this, there are other data types also, like list, tuples, dictionaries, all the data structures. We'll talk about that, but these are the few data types we have just spoke about. Okay, thank you.